Okay, so what we're going to show on the video here is not phase 1, but we'll start with phase 2, the search operations, phase 3, conducting executive orders. I probably have that too high and it's out of focus, and then phase 4, combat, and then phase 5 and 1 we'll do off camera. So this is turn 1. We'll start here with conducting the search. But my partner is Parker. He will be playing Japan, and I will be playing the US. And for the first turn on the command tokens, remember it's 2 US and 2 Japanese. And we'll put those in the cup, draw those out, and then we'll get to the rest of them at the appropriate time. However, now it is time for the search operations, and Japan begins first by launching any search planes that it has available. The U.S. can go ahead and do that. They've got one on Midway here. They've come out to here, and we are not, if you recall, aware of where the other units are headed. So, and we're going to conduct that search there because we want to. Alright, so I have moved mine. Are you ready for yours? To start rolling searches?
Well, I won't be rolling anything.
Oh, that's true.
You didn't bring in reinforcements.
I did not bring in any reinforcements, therefore Japan will roll nothing. Alright, so the US... Oh, I should have dumped all these dice out. We'll roll. And I'll just roll the US so that we're rolling on the same screen. Alright, so we're going to remove one search token because we're performing a search in C Zone 11. And that's 2 dice against the US. And we failed. So we do not get to look and see what was there. Down here in C Zone 37 we are expending a recon token. So we will roll that one, and it is the same. A 10, but Japan rolled a 10. So C Zone 37 is with ships, yes?
Yeah.
That's the cruiser. We'll put that out here, cruiser and destroyers. So they are spotted. That's how we're going to mark our spots here. And I can't see the viewfinder, so I'm not sure what's... Is this in view here?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good then. Alright. That is the end of that. Let's execute orders, phase 3. So Japan is always first, so choose.
Japan.
Japan goes first, so you may move. We have the dog alarm going off. Someone is at the front door.
I'm done.
Alright, so the next one is US, and it is Japan as well. So here's your marker. And I've set the camera, I took it off autofocus so that it's just focusing on the map. So anything that gets up, so it's not going in and out of focus. So anything we do high is going to be out of focus. So alright, so then, well, the next 2 is US. So let me do my US here, and then we'll add the rest of these tokens and see where we're going to go. So with no ships on the board, it's no surprise that Midway is launching planes. So that is the ones that they can launch. I have to replace my stuff here. And I think the other launch will be that. So we're going to combine them into one flight group here. And that's our 6 planes there. Alright, let's add the rest of the tokens. So Japan would have been first, then US, then Japan. So Japan is up for this next one.
It's the medal.
Okay, so that is it. Okay, so I was incorrect on our end of turn 1 there, as Japan did strike Midway. And that's what happens when you start filming. You start forgetting everything. So Midway is being attacked by the two flights of planes from Japan that were in the air at the start of the game. So the U.S. has set up one fighter and one fighter. There's their AA guns in the airfield. So Japan needs to roll a dice for each flight, air group, and we'll determine where they are coming in. Alright, so which group was that? Yellow or?
Yellow-brown.
Yellow-brown. So they're coming in at 2. So they're coming in here. Alright, next group. Okay, so that means that round 1 there is no combat. Round 2 my fighters come to here, no combat. Round 3 combat. Alright, so for the US we're going to go ahead and roll. And I guess I can put that there, huh? So the US is rolling for the 2 fighters. They need a 5. They miss. The anti-aircraft guns are at 4. And there is 2 hits. So Japan will need to or not miss, take out 2 aircraft before they roll. And then let me slide this down here. Put their dice there. Well, I can't really see those, but.
Oh, okay.
So what do you?
Those are the fighters.
Okay, so
5 hits.
5 hits on my 2 planes. I expected them to be gone anyway, but go ahead and roll in the tray so we can see.
Okay.
So you've removed your anti-aircraft hits.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you have 2 different kinds of attackers: dive bombers and then attack bombers.
Yeah.
So I think, is it 6 and 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 6 5s, 6 6s.
All right. So the first wave is what?
5s.
These are the dive bombers. So there is 3 hits there. That stinks. So we'll lose 3 anti-aircraft guns.
6 6s.
Uh-oh.
1 2 3 4 5.
Dang.
Nice.
That is not good for the U.S.
8 hits.
Alright, so that would be 3 more here, and that'll be 2 damage on the airfield. I'll have to dig up some markers here. And we'll put that on the board with 2 damage on Midway. That is the best opening raid on Midway to date of any of the games. Alright, now we're done with turn 1. Alright, so here we are on turn 2. Search operations. Japan goes first with, well, I guess they both move simultaneously. And then Japan goes first on the searches. So we're going to stay here and search. We're going to continue to shadow here. I don't think we're going to bring this one into position yet. This one's going to fly to here. And that's just because I don't have enough planes in the air, so I don't want to waste my searches yet. And we've taken out the reinforcement and placed, and we are ready when Japan is.
I'm ready.
Alright, are you searching any sea zones?
3.
3 sea zones.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will give you the tray. If you can set it somewhere there where it can be seen. Here's a US dice. And then search away. Which sea zone are you searching on?
We'll start with 6.
Alright.
Japan's got a 10. America rolled out. America rolled a 1.
Alright, so just take off 1 marker and you're good to go. So next sea zone?
7. Japan's got an 11. America rolled a 3.
Alright, so take off 1 marker. And give you one of those back. Alright, so sea zone 11 here at the top. 7 and 7, so I am successful. Is there anything in sea zone 11?
Yeah.
Alright, so we've removed the marker. We found that we're going to assume it's a carrier group, right?
Yeah, it's 2 carriers.
Alright, so we've got a carrier group here. I guess we can put 2. Down here on this, we're going to try to the shadow. So we're going to add a dice for the US. And Japan rolls a 4. We got a 9, so we're good there. I guess we might as well take that marker off because if they fail, they're out of fuel and they're gone. So I guess that's a good point on your Japanese patrol aircraft that's found the carrier.
Yeah.
Just you remove all the recon markers.
Oh, okay.
Because if it fails from this point, then it's out. You know, it has to return to base. All right, so now we're drawing tokens, and U.S. is down its reinforcement, and Japan is first.
Japan.
Japan is Japan. All right, that's our move. All right. It is time for Japan.
Japan.
Japan again. So we're drawing our own tokens here. Alright, so it is a storm, so place the storm in C Zone 3. And Japan.
America.
Oh. Alright, so we'll perform that maneuver. Oh, it's up on top. I see it. And next, what we got here, the medal, so that is the end. Alright, so here's the combat portion of turn 2. We've got U.S. planes from Midway attacking the cruiser destroyer force and also the 2 B-17s. So the B-17s will come in at 4, which is right there. The Midway planes will come in at 1. That's good. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Doggone it. And the reason that's bad is because all those planes now only attack one cruiser. I wish they were all there so I could get those cruisers. Alright. So for the rolls here, let me put that, we can move these because these ships are no longer in it, those 2 destroyers and that. Put out our dice tray, and U.S. can roll anti-aircraft for this cruiser. They get a hit, so we're going to lose this here, obviously. Alright, so the attack is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dive bombers, and they need 2 hits on this cruiser, and they are at 8. And there is 3, 7, 4, oh, they're all 5 hits. So 1 cruiser down.
No, they're at 7.
They're at 7?
Yeah, when you target a cruiser.
Oh, that's right, there's -1. Alright, so I've got a 7, 6, 5, and a 4. That's still enough to get the 2 hits.
Yep.
Alright, so the bombers, you're going to say they're down -1 too, huh? Yeah, because they're attacking the cruiser. Alright, well, they attack at a 2. So I got to have a 1. So I got 4 at 1. Oh my gosh, I got 1. So one of those cruisers is damaged. Unfortunately, it takes 2 to sink. So there's your battle action. Japan loses 1 cruiser and US gets 1 victory point, and then 1 damage on that other cruiser. Alright, so we are now at turn 3, research operations. It's not research, search operations. There's a big difference. US is going to just try and shadow, and we've made our movements. Japan, are you ready to start rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. You can roll. You got a shadow here in C zone 17. So you got an extra dice for that one.
10. But I don't have an American.
Oh, you don't have it? I thought I gave you an American.
American's got a 9.
Oh, bummer. So they are shadowing. So I'm going to put that marker on that task force marker. Alright, so your other planes are searching where?
7 and 6.
Same C zones. Alright.
Start with 6. Yes, we tied 8 and 8.
Okay, so you removed your second marker though?
That's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking it off now.
There is nothing in C zone 6.
Okay.
So that means they are out of search options and have to return. Alright. 7.
Japan, I failed.
Failed? Okay, so that's your second search, so he has to return.
That's a bummer.
So while Japan has had an amazing first round at Midway, their search planes are letting them down.
Yep.
Alright, so US is going to roll now, and they are both shadowing, so I do have that extra dice. So up here in 11, uh-oh, Japan rolled a 12. That changes everything. Alright, in the south, here in C zone 37, Japan rolled a 2, so we continue to shadow on those guys. Alright, so now we're drawing tokens, and Japan, as usual, draws first.
The Squall.
Squall, alright, so you get to choose 2 or 4. 1 to 2, alright. US chooses a token, and it is US. Alright, so we had set our carriers to launch, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Japan.
Japan.
Japan is on the move.
Yes.
Japan, you get to go again. There's a marker.
Nice. Japan's done.
Alright, did I draw that? I think I did.
Yeah.
So you're drawing this next one here.
The medal.
That is it. So US only got 1 operation there. Alright, so here is the US setup. They've got the 4 fighters on combat air patrol along with all the ships in their zones. Japan, go ahead and roll for your yellow flight. He has 2 flights coming in.
Need a 1. Ooh, 9.
9, so they are here. And red flight will be
Hopefully the same.
7, so right up the gut. Alright, so let's move this over this way a little bit. We'll get our tray in there. So on this C zone here, our battle zone 6-7, US will have 2 at 3 on the anti-aircraft for the destroyer. Is that correct? Destroyers are 2. Heavy cruisers are 3. Alright, 2 at 2. 2 at 2 for the destroyer anti-aircraft. Nothing. I have one fighter at 5. 1 hit. Japan suffers 1 hit coming in. And then Japan, if you want to go ahead and roll.
Yep. 2 fighters.
2 fighters. 8 and a 9, so nothing there.
I got 6.
6 ones. Here's your 2 back. So 6 ones for the dive bombers and attack bombers. Yeah. Technically, I probably ought to roll that again, even though.
Okay, it's nothing.
Okay, so no U.S. losses on planes. All right, so we're good there. The next battle up here in 8 to 10 battle zone is the same for the U.S. You know what? Here, why don't you just take your dice out of there. There we go. Destroyer, anti-aircraft at 2. Oh, got one. And a U.S. fighter at 5 misses. So 1 plane loss for Japan in each of those battle zones. So now Japan may roll.
Okay. 2 fighters. There we go.
All right, so the U.S. loses its fighter.
So that's it.
And that's true, because they're not going to attack that destroyer.
Nope.
All right, so let me come around here and move the units here, the planes. This fighter was lost, so we'll get rid of that chip. So we will drop 2 into there. And this other fighter will have to go there. All right, so the next round, both Japan, I assume, will go. Well, that one has to go there. Are you going here or into the middle?
In the middle.
Going into the middle. All right, so both flights are coming into the middle. So the cruiser anti-aircraft is 2 at 3. And we'll move that up a little bit. So they get 1 hit. Anti-aircraft is taking them down. All right, so there's 2 U.S. fighters at 5. Gets 1 more hit. So 2 more Japanese planes cash it in. And I can get these ships out of the way because they are no longer in the battle. Let me move that dice board up. All right, so this is Japan's response in the aerial battle.
4 fighters.
4 fighters at 5. 2 hits. Doggone it. U.S. is being pummeled there. Although they have shot down more Japanese planes.
Quite a lot.
All right, so attacking the cruiser?
No.
No. All right, so that's a negatory.
All the way.
So now the U.S. fighter drops into there, and it's just 1 fighter and 1 carrier versus the oncoming onslaught. All right, so the U.S. carrier is beautiful on its anti-aircraft. It is 4 at 6. And there is 1, 2. So 2 more for the carrier anti-aircraft. And I think we got an anti-aircraft hit in each round, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then the fighter rolls an 8. So fighter fizzles out at the end. All right, so what is left for Japan?
4 fighters.
4 fighters. So
Yeah.
he chose to keep his fighters alive. And there's 2 hits, there's only 1 there. So all 4 of those defenders are toast. All right, that just leaves the attack on the carrier. What kind of planes you got left?
2 torpedoes and 4 dive bombers.
2 torpedoes. So a 9 and a 7, those are misses.
Just hoping one
So
of them.
4 dive bombers, is that right?
Yep.
And they are at what, 5?
6.
6.
4 sixes.
All right, there's 1, 2, 3 hits.
Hits.
Stinkers.
Is there planes on deck?
There is no planes.
Oh man.
Oh, well, because it just came in, you know.
Wow.
They were gonna launch planes, but they didn't.
Wait, so there are planes on deck?
Boy, that's a good call. When do we land them in the turn order?
At the beginning of this turn, they land. So if
Yeah. So technically they're on the deck, right?
Yep.
Oh, that.
So it's sunk.
Okay, so here's a learning lesson for everyone. So yeah, that is sunk. That
Plus
carrier is
damage.
sunk. So 3 victory points for Japan.
Woo!
I should have launched the fighters from here first. And then if I draw a second token, the fighters from here. So now the U.S. is severely in trouble because they just lost, what, 5, 7, 11. They lost 11 planes and a carrier, and they are hosed. All right. That is the end of round 3 battles. Japan will be up 3-1 on the victory points.